Hello everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. If you do enjoy today's video, please be sure to like and subscribe for more football and Arsenal related content from me. Without further ado, we're going to be getting into today's video. It's going to be the team of the season and my personal team of the season for the 24-25 season. So, just to show any bias, I am an Arsenal fan, as many of you will know. So I want to be honest and upfront with that some of the decisions may be with bias behind them. But that's just being part of a football fan. So I want to start up with our goalkeeper. For me, there were two options in this. People may try and debate Alisson. For me, he was injured for too long and Kelleher played too much of a part in the title charge, especially early season when Liverpool really developed the momentum. Ederson couldn't be in because, let's be honest, City had been poor and Ortega benched him quite a few times. There was two candidates for this, in my opinion, Sells from Forest or David Raya. For me, David Raya pipped Sells on the basis that he's so good aerially at collecting balls. He's in the 99th percentile, I think it is, for highest cross percentages stopped in all the top 5 leagues, according to FBref. And he is, in my opinion, just a better goalkeeper than Sells. Added to that also, he is so brave with the ball at his feet. So I think he's more of a complete goalkeeper. So for me, in terms of the goalkeeper position for the team this season, there is no denying that David Raya has been the best in the league. He is also the part of the best defence in the Premier League, which goes a long way to that. I think he's all round the best keeper, so David Raya is in my team of the season. Moving on to right back, the key standouts for this were probably like Jurrien Timber, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Caicedo, if you want to shoehorn him in. But for me, there is only one answer, and it is Ola Aina. He has been fundamentally fantastic for Forest, and what a revelation. He's 28 years old. Who would have thought that Ola Aina, when he came from Serie A, could turn into this good a fullback for Forest? He's taken to Nuno's system like a duck to water. He's physically brilliant. He's an absolute specimen. He's also really good with his stamina at getting back and forth down that line. With his contract expiring in the summer, it wouldn't surprise me if a Champions League club decided to pick him up. What a fabulous season he has had for Forest, and he's a large part of their surgence up the Prem and their challenge for Champions League football. The first of the two centre-backs is Virgil van Dijk. He is aura personified, absolutely phenomenal season from him. A large part of the reason that Liverpool have managed to win the league. He shows leadership in every metric of his game, and he is really, really strong aerially as well. Physically, obviously, he's an Adonis, one of the greatest centre-backs of the Premier League era, and his consistency over the last few years has been immense. And he's continued that this season with such a great season for Liverpool, partnering Konate most of the season. He's offered us reassurance in the back line, and Liverpool would be much worse off without him. So another fantastic season from the world-class Virgil van Dijk, and I'm sure Liverpool fans are really glad that he has signed a new contract at Anfield. The other centre-half who's partnered with him, there will be no surprises here, Gabriel Magalhaes. A threat in both boxes, both offensively from set pieces, corners, free kicks, whatever you want with the deliveries, and also at the back. He's added a maturity to his game that a few years back you would have never thought would have existed. He very rarely makes a mistake now. He's uber aggressive in his press. He shows heart in the Arsenal backline. He shows assurance to Saliba. Saliba looks a substantially worse player without Gabriel next to him. And he is just brilliant. One thing I do want to just point out as well is with Gabriel's game, he has now learnt to pass through the lines on a much more consistent basis to the point that he's an all-round threat from centre-half. I think overall he is probably the best centre-back in the league this season. Pippin van Dijk, I think he has been immense, and it's such a shame he got a hamstring injury because he has been superb, and I think if he didn't get the hamstring injury, Arsenal had a very good chance of surpassing PSG in the semi-final of the Champions League. At left back, Anthony Robinson from Fulham is the standout. For me, it was between him and Kirkes, but Anthony Robinson's output with 10 Premier League assists this season is a main reason that he is in this lineup. I think Fulham have had an underrated season. They've been slightly disappointing in their output, but their XG and expected numbers, underlying stats, put them as one of the top 7 in the Premier League. They have certainly the talent to show for it, and they've got a superb manager. Robinson's a superb fullback, especially on that left side. He shows athletic ability, and I think he might be the most complete fullback in the Premier League on the basis that he can defend immensely, but he can also get forward, and cross balls in with pace, and he's got a really, really quick step to his game. He's physically dominant in terms of his stamina, and he's really, really quick. So Anthony Robinson is a deserved final member of this back four in the Premier League team of the season. Now I have a question for you all. Is Bruno Guimaraes the most complete midfielder in the Premier League? Obviously this season he's been slightly more advanced, with Tonali embedding himself in the Newcastle 11, but Guimaraes is a press monster. He's aesthetically pleasing on the ball. He's aggressive. He's physically dominant. He's superb at striking the ball. He's very good aerially. He wins his duels. He is a complete all-round midfielder who could do either playing 6 or an 8, but has played mostly 8 since Tonali's come in. I think he's a superb midfielder, and the way he drops his shoulder to evade press is brilliant. Now, does that make him the most complete midfielder in the Premier League? I'm not sure. Leave it in the comments if your thoughts are that he is or he isn't. Let me know who is the most complete midfielder in the Premier League if you disagree with that take. But what I can tell you is he is a massive reason that Newcastle won that Carabao Cup. He's a massive success within their midfield and a massive part of their Champions League top 4 chase that they are on at the moment in the Premier League. Him and Isak, who we'll get onto later, are their best 2 players by a long way. But he is a phenomenal talent. I'm really jealous they have him in their midfield. And City have been linked for the last few years. It remains to be seen if they do pull the plug and just buy Bruno Guimaraes. If they can get him out of Newcastle, that would be a phenomenal signing for wherever he goes. But what I will say is he has been, in my opinion, the best midfielder in the Premier League, and I don't even know if it's close. In terms of the other positions in the actual 6, I've got Gravenberch. I think that he has been an unsung hero for Liverpool since the start of the season. His ascendancy to the first team, filling the gap that was left by Fabinho's absence and the fact that Liverpool needed a 6, is genuinely sensational. Under Klopp, he barely played. He didn't make many appearances under Klopp. He looked like he was a fringe player who was probably going to be moved on in a few years. But he's broken into Slot's system. He keeps the ball ticking. He breaks up play with a number of interceptions. He's really tall and bulky, and he is just the missing piece in their midfield this season. I do think that they will look to strengthen that area of the pitch, but Gravenberch should be in any future Liverpool plans they may have for the midfield, because he has been that good. He's only young, he's 22, 23, from Bayern Munich, and he can only get better. He has been really good at the base of the midfield. It'll be interesting to see if he could play higher up the midfield if they were to bring in a out-and-out 6 destroyer type player. But whatever happens, he has been one of Arne Slot's key men to this title charge. And then finally in the midfield, I have gone for the set-piece king himself, Declan Rice. He is, in my opinion, the personification of Arteta ball. He's tactically versatile. He's brilliant at set pieces. He works hard. He's immense defensively, but he can play multiple roles. As a 6 or an 8, I think he's brilliant. I think he's really come into his own this season as an 8. He's added goals and assists to his game. He's got 7 Premier League assists, 4 goals, I believe. Obviously more in the Champions League. He is just a bundle of energy, and the way he progresses the ball through carries is fundamentally what makes him so special. If you look at his numbers, he's in the 99th percentile for progressive carries through midfield, and that is a massive part of his game. The fact his long strides means he can get away from players. He has been superb this season. Without a doubt, makes the team of the season. So the midfield, just to clarify, is Gravenberch, Bruno Guimaraes and Declan Rice. There was a shout for McAllister potentially, maybe Caicedo, but that is my midfield. Then we look into the attacking line. We'll start with the right winger, who has he had the GOAT season? Probably. Mohamed Salah. has been unplayable at times. Got the golden boot. He got 18 assists. Could have the record for assists by the end of the season. He's just an inevitable football player. He is the sole reason that Liverpool have won the Premier League this year, and I genuinely think he is so underrated when it comes to all-time debates. He is the best right winger in Premier League history. I think it's not even close. He's not aesthetic, but he's a right wing striker. He is unreal. His consistency over the last 5 years, 7 years, whatever it's been for Liverpool, is unmatched. And I genuinely think he is the best ever Premier League player. Is that a hot take? Gerrard or Salah? I'd rather have Salah. Anyway, Isak is the striker for this team. 23 Premier League goals. The most complete world-class forward in Europe. The most on-form striker in Europe this season. Obviously, Haaland would probably argue that, but I think that Isak offers more all-round game. The Swede is absolutely brilliant. He's 6'3", really tall, nice frame, really quick, very quick feet as well. Good at dribbling in tight areas. Can play on the left, and the centre. Really good technical player. Rapid in behind. For me, Isak is the best striker in the world right now, and I wish he was at my club, but he's not. His running power as well to burst through the line and his control at high speed is unbelievable. The way he shoots a ball, whether it be power or placement into the bottom corners, unbelievable. Aerially, he's amazing. His link up with Anthony Gordon, sublime. Murphy as well, sublime. Hold up play he's added to his game. He's just a handful for anyone he comes across. He is immense, and it'll be interesting in the transfer window if he moves on. I don't think he will move on. I think Newcastle will get Champions League and keep hold of him. But he is the best striker in the world right now. Alexander Isak is in the team of the season. And finally, Rodgers. I've got Morgan Rodgers on the left wing spot. It was up between him and probably Anthony Gordon maybe, but I can't really think, maybe Visser. I can't really think of too many left wingers. It's probably the ropiest area of the whole season. But the way Rodgers dribbles, it's something to behold. He's so good in the tight areas. He's so good at breaking down settled defences. He's got, I think, 8 goals, 7 assists, or something like that in the Premier League this season. But I think next season he will explode. He's had a season to acclimatise himself. He'll explode next season. And if he's not snapped up by a bigger club, I think he will be a massive part of Villa's season next season. He has shone. The way he moves the ball, the way he manipulates the ball on the turn, beating the press is sublime. Honestly, a fantastic, fantastic player. And I think that he is incredible. He just is. It's as simple as that. But yeah, so Morgan Rodgers makes up the lineup. So it will be David Raya in goal. At right back, Aina. Left back, Robinson. Anthony Robinson. And then Virgil and Gabriel at the centre half. Midfield, Bruno Guimaraes, Gravenberch, Rice. And on the wings, you've got Salah. You've got Isak. And on the left wing, you have Morgan Rodgers. What a team. I think that is the pick. Manager of the season has to go to Arne Slot. Winning it in his first year for Liverpool has been incredible. Let me know your team this season, though, in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on my team. And please be sure to like and subscribe if you are new. See you next time. Adios.